everybody. I'm happy to see y'all another year. Does anybody know what time of the year it is? Summer reading program. And this year, our theme is on your mark, get set, read. Which this is our theme and this is our shirts for this year. So every time y'all come, make sure you get a ticket, because when you get how many tickets? Does anybody remember? 3 tickets. When you get 3 tickets, you get a t-shirt. So make sure each time you come, you get a t-shirt. I mean a ticket. So your 3rd one, you get a t-shirt. Next week, we're going to have Hoop for Fitness come in. So they're going to be doing some magic with hula hoops, and we're going to be real interested to see what they're doing. This year also we have some different stuff going on for teenagers. So if y'all have a teenage sister or brother at home, tell them to come on Thursday evenings at 4:30. And Mondays, we're also starting, next Monday, we'll have stuff for the adult classes. And which this year also, we're introducing a summer feeding program. So at 11 o'clock, we'll have lunch. And the staff will show you all what we'll be doing today. I think we'll be outside today, right, Dave? They'll direct y'all for outside, so we'll have lunch for everybody, 18 and under, because we can't feed anybody over 18. So 18 and under, we'll have a lunch. And if you come back at 2 o'clock, we'll have snacks. So have everybody been reading this year? Yes. All right. Let's not forget our reading logs so that we'll keep our brain cells working while the summer is going. So we have different incentives because everybody around town has been generous enough to give us food coupons. We got different things from Taco Bell on down to McDonald's that we're offering food from them free for y'all reading your books. So make sure you pick up your reading logs and y'all read.
My name is Jeff Salter. I'm the fire chief with the city of Brewton. I've been chief for almost 3 years. I've been with the department almost 20 years. And we do this every year. We enjoy doing this. We try to teach, not just kids but adults about fire safety. What would you think the #1 cause for any home fire, especially here in Brewton? What would you think the biggest cause is here in Brewton? Okay, you say fire hydrant? The biggest cause of a fire. If a fire started in your house, what do you think the biggest cause is? That happens all the time here in Brewton.
Something burnt.
Something burnt, cooking. Cooking fires are the #1 fires that we see here. Probably 90% of our fires. Somebody is either cooking and something happens, or they're cooking and they go to Walmart, forget they was cooking something. It happens. We had one the other day. The reason why these guys are going to stress on it pretty hard is smoke alarm. We had one the other day. The guy was cooking, he decided he was going to go somewhere and left his kid in there to watch whatever was cooking. I think he was in the room sleeping and the house caught on fire. No smoke alarms in the house. Luckily they came back and he was able to get the child out before something bad happened. Smoke alarms are very, very important. They're the cheapest thing you can buy to save your life. And if you live in the city limits of Brewton, they're free. You don't have to pay anything. All you got to do is call us. We'll come to your house. We'll put as many smoke alarms as you need. We'll change your batteries out every year, so there's really no reason not to have them.
Hi, I want to welcome everybody here to the Brewton Public Library. How are y'all doing today? Today we have our Brewton Fire Department here, and they're going to demonstrate some different equipment they have and the different ways to be safe with fire. And hopefully that'll go along with your summer reading program. Glad y'all were able to come today. And Brewton's fire department, it's come a long way over the years. It used to be in the old days where Brewton didn't have a full-time fire department. We had volunteers. And now we have trained professionals and the full-time staff that are here 24 hours a day to to protect you and your home. So I'm very proud of our fire department and our chief, Jeff's office. So I'll turn it over to them, and I'm glad y'all could all come this morning. Thank you.
All right. My name is Sergeant Jerkins. This is Chief Salter. We got firefighter Steele over here, firefighter Barlow, and firefighter O'Keen. If y'all have any questions whenever we're done, y'all hunt us down. We don't mind taking questions, taking pictures, anything y'all want to do. And if y'all would, while we're up here doing the safety talk, if y'all would just be real quiet for us so that everybody in the back can hear us, okay? Whenever we get done, we're gonna go out and we're gonna try to be, we're gonna try to stay in a single file line. We're gonna go out and look at the trucks, look at all the kind of tools that we use on the fire trucks and stuff like that, okay? So need everybody to kind of stay together. Don't run off. All right. We got a lot of cars out there in the parking lot moving around, so we don't want nobody getting hurt. Okay. All right. We're gonna go over a few things here to begin with. Just kind of repeat some of the things that Chief Salter was saying. Did y'all know that in the United States of America, about every 24 seconds there is some kind of fire? There is either a brush fire, a house fire, or a car fire. There's all kinds of different fires. We go to dumpster fires. There's all kind of different things that can catch on fire, right? Does anybody know what a brush fire is? What's a brush fire? It's when the woods catch on fire, or say your yard might catch on fire. Okay. We respond to a lot of different types of fires. Can anybody tell me what else the fire department does? Does anybody know? We don't just go to fires. What else do we do? What do we do? Huh? Okay. What else? We go to car wrecks. If there's ever a car wreck out here inside the city limits, the Brewton Fire Department is going to be responding, okay? We help out with EMS. A lot of us are EMS trained, so we're able to help out with any kind of injuries. We have on one of our trucks, we have a lot of extrication equipment. That means if there's ever a wreck and the person is stuck inside the vehicle, we've got. Anybody ever heard of the Jaws of Life? We've got that on our trucks, and we use those to cut the car apart so that we can get people out. That's something that has helped us out a lot. What else do we do? Does anybody else know what we do besides fires and car wrecks? What do we do?
Get cats out of trees.
Firefighters are known for getting cats out of trees. Huh?
Get people off roads.
Yeah, we've saved people. How about we go to anytime the ambulance goes somewhere inside the city limits, we also respond with the ambulance. It's just a service that we provide for the residents of the city of Brewton. Go around and when the EMS has to go to someone's house, we respond with them and help them out the best we can. Probably something else that we do that nobody really knows about. We've had to go and remove snakes out of people's yards before. We've had raccoons and possums in people's attics. I'm not saying that we like doing that, but we have done those kind of removals before. So that just kind of gives you an idea of what the fire department does. Most people just think that fire department just sits around the fire station until they get a fire, but that's not it. We do a lot of training to be able to provide as many services as we do. We have to do a lot of training and make sure that we are the best that we can be at that. So, all right, back on the fires. I mentioned that there's a fire every 24 seconds in America. Okay? There is about every 86 seconds there's a house fire. Okay, about every minute and a half. That's not very long, is it? A minute and a half. There's a house fire. And when this study was done in 2014, there were 1,298,000 fires reported inside the U.S. Out of those fires, there were 3,275 deaths, 15,775 injuries, and that made $11.6 billion in property damage. That's a lot of money, isn't it? 11.6 billion. That's inside the U.S. So, all right. Can anybody tell me, like what Chief Salter was saying a while ago? What are the different things that can cause a fire? What can cause a fire? Cooking. Like Chief Salter was saying, cooking is the biggest reason for fires, especially in our area. What's something else? Somebody else? Fire alarms are what saves us from fires, right? Sam? What starts fires? Okay. You got something? Cooking, yeah. A lot of people like to, well, not like to, but they maybe put a pan of bacon on the stove and frying some bacon. We've had this happen not too long ago. Somebody was frying some egg or some bacon or something and went and lay down and went to sleep. Forgot that they had the bacon on the stove. And he almost had a house fire. We got there in time to get it put out, so he was very lucky. What else starts a house fire?
Gasoline.
Gasoline can start a house fire. You want to make sure that if your parents have a jug of gasoline around the house, we don't want it around any kind of open flames. That can start a house fire. All right. Something else that can cause house fires: kitchen appliances. If y'all have any appliances at home, you know, microwaves, stoves, washers, dryers, stuff like that, when it gets really old, the wiring goes bad. Okay. Those kinds of appliances are notorious for starting house fires. So if something around your house runs off electricity and it's not working, sometimes it works, sometimes it don't. There's a problem. Okay, there's a problem with the wiring. So we need to make sure that we get those appliances changed out, because it could turn into something real bad. Something else that can cause a house fire. Electrical problems. We've got wiring inside your house. If it's really old, sometimes it can short out and cause a fire. And what else? We've got the 4th of July coming up really soon. What else? What do we do on the 4th of July that could cause a fire? What? Tell me, Stephanie. Fireworks. Fireworks start fires. They're really bad. You have to be very careful with fireworks. Okay. As far as I know, inside the city limits, you're not supposed to shoot fireworks. We do have a big show downtown, well, over in East Brewton, actually. We have different fireworks shows all throughout the year. So if anybody wants to shoot fireworks or see a fireworks show, we need to go to those designated areas for them to shoot fireworks. Another problem that can start fires is candles. Anybody have candles in their house? Does Mama like to burn candles to make the house smell real good? We have to make sure that those candles are put out every night before we go to bed, right? We don't want them close to curtains or anything that can catch on fire, okay? Something else, I hope nobody in here plays with matches. Does anybody in here play with matches? I hope not. Nobody, no, we can't play with matches, can we? No, matches are for adults only. And lighters, we don't ever play with matches or lighters, okay? And another thing that has started house fires in the past is parents that smoke cigarettes, falling asleep in the bed. Listen up, parents, anybody in here. likes to smoke a cigarette before you go to bed, we need to make sure we go outside and do that. Don't get caught in the bed and fall asleep. That has started house fires. So be very careful with that. All right. Can anybody tell me what this is? That's a smoke alarm. Does everybody have a smoke alarm in their house? I sure hope so. If you do not have a smoke alarm in your house, if you live inside the city limits of Brewton, tell your parents to call the fire department and we'll bring you some smoke alarms, okay? And if there's any elderly people that you know that don't have any fire alarms, we can come and install them, no charge. All right, the smoke alarms are no charge, and installation is no charge if you live inside the city limits of Brewton. So that's another service that we provide for the residents of Brewton. These are, of course, proven to save lives. We had a house fire, a really big house fire, about 3 or 4 years ago, and the woman said she never would have got out of the house for her smoke alarms. And we had actually installed them about 6 or 8 months before the house fire. So she was very, very happy that we were able to come and install those smoke alarms for her. All right, does anybody know what this does? What does it do? It beeps. Why does it beep? When it smells smoke, right? When it smells smoke. So if you're at your house and you have a smoke alarm in your house and you're in your bed asleep and you hear this thing, what are you going to do? We're going to get up and we're going to get out, right? Y'all hear that? It's pretty loud, isn't it? You think it'd wake you up? Yeah, I hope so. If it's as hard as I do. All right, can anybody tell me what this is right here? What's this big red thing? That's a fire extinguisher. Does anybody have one in their house? There's not many people have fire extinguishers inside their house, but guess what? This can help. Now, of course, if there's a house fire, I want y'all getting out, okay? All right. We want all the children getting out of the house. All right. If this smoke alarm goes off and there's smoke in the house, we're getting out. All right. But this is for mom and dad, okay? So if there's ever a fire near the stove, the fire extinguisher is very helpful with putting that fire out, okay? Or anywhere like that, okay? So make sure, parents, if you do have a fire extinguisher, we don't want to keep them, under the cabinets, or we want them in a place where we can get to them if the kitchen does happen to catch on fire. A lot of people, that have them, they like to stick them underneath the cabinet right up under the stove. All right, if the stove catches on fire, we can't get the fire extinguisher, right? So we need it in a spot where we can get to it that's going to be away from a potential fire, okay? All right. All right. If there's ever an emergency at your house, say there's a house fire, or there's a brush fire, or there's a car fire, or there's a medical emergency, or anything bad happens that's an emergency, who are you going to call? Right, but how are we going to call the fire department? What number do we dial on the phone? 911, that's right. Does everybody know how to dial 911? All right, I hope so. You need to make sure. You need to know a few things now when you call 911. I hope everybody knows their address. Does everybody know their address? All right. The dispatcher, listen, when you call 911, the dispatcher, they're going to say, what's your emergency, okay? And you need to tell the dispatcher what your emergency is. Say, if your mama is sick, you tell her your mama's sick, or if your house is on fire, or your yard's on fire, tell the dispatcher, okay? And the next thing she's going to ask you is for your address, okay? You need to make sure you know your address, all right? Try to answer all of her questions, okay? All right. I hope this never happens, but if you're at home and your house does happen to catch on fire, we want to make sure that we have 2 ways out of every room in our house, okay? All right, your bedroom, your living room, the kitchen, your parents' room, all right? So if our house catches on fire and one of our exits is blocked, we have another one to go to, right? So one exit is going to be your bedroom door, right? And another exit will be a window, okay? Now, we want to make sure if you go to jump out a window, you know, make sure that you're not up on a second story of a house or something, right? All right, we want to make sure that we're safe, okay? But if you're down on on a first floor of a house, you can crawl out of a window to get out, right? All right. We want to make sure we have 2 ways out of every room, okay? And whenever we get out, say if we're in our bedroom and our house is smoked up from a house fire, we want to make sure that we stay really, really low. All right? Does anybody know why we stay low? Why we stay low? So we won't choke on the smoke. That's right. Whenever there's a house fire, that smoke, it starts going up to its highest point, right? And as it gets thicker and thicker and thicker, it starts coming down, right? As it gets thicker, it comes lower and lower and lower. So what we have to do is we get down as low as we can to the floor, because down here there's good clean oxygen down here, okay? All right, that's the air that we want to breathe. That's the air that we're breathing right now, okay? If we stand up and get into that smoke, it hurts us really bad, okay? We do not want to breathe in that smoke. It'll hurt us very bad, okay? All right. Does anybody have a meeting place? Do y'all have an escape plan and a meeting place at your house? If you don't, you need to make sure that you tell your parents, say, tell them that the firefighters at the library talked the other day about having a meeting place. That's just in case, and I hope this never happens, but if your house ever catches on fire, you have a meeting place to go to, okay? All of my children, they know that our meeting place is at our mailbox, okay? So that I know whenever I get outside and if they're all at the mailbox, I know that they're safe, okay? If my kids are there and my wife is there, I know everybody's safe, okay? And when we get to that meeting place, it could be a tree, it could be a mailbox, all right? It could be a neighbor's house, all right? Just make sure that everybody knows where it's at, okay? And you stay there, okay? You don't run off to the neighbor's house. You don't run after the dog. You know, if the dogs run off, you don't run after the dog. Everybody stays at that meeting place, okay? So that whenever the firefighters arrive, we know that everybody's safe, okay? Y'all listen up, no talking. All right, and when we get out, we're gonna make sure we stay out, okay? Whenever we're going out, we don't want to grab any kind of toys. We don't worry about cat or dog or your computer or your iPod or brother or sister. Whenever the firefighters arrive, that's our job, okay? We go in and save your stuff for you, okay? All right, so make sure you don't worry about anything else, okay? Make sure you have an escape plan, okay? That is very important. All right, does anybody know what to do whenever your clothes catch on fire? If your clothes ever happen to catch on fire, what do you do? Stop, drop, and roll. That's right. I'm sure everybody knows how to do that, right?
I got it.
All right. Firefighter's still here. We're gonna let him. I want y'all to see what a firefighter looks like whenever we pull up at your house. Because if your house is on fire, whenever we pull up and jump out of the truck, we're not going to look like this. We're not going to be wearing regular clothes. We're going to be wearing all of our gear, okay? That's what protects us from the heat and from the smoke. All right, so we don't want y'all to be scared of us, okay? All right? If you're ever inside your house and you can't get out, say if you're trapped, and you hear us coming in there looking for you, all right? You don't need to be scared of us, okay? Because we're there to help you. We're your friends, okay? We don't want y'all to be scared. If you hear us calling your name, or you hear us yelling, or you hear us beating on stuff, don't be scared, okay? We need you to yell as loud as you can, okay? So that we can know how to find you. Let's see, this is firefighter still here. He's putting all of his gear. Just want y'all to see what he looks like with all this stuff on, okay? This thing that he's putting on right now, this is our air packs, okay? It's called an SCBA. It's got breathing air in it. You see that bottle on the back? It's got regular breathing air in it, just like what we're breathing right now, okay? That's what helps us whenever we go into a house fire and there's a lot of smoke. We can't breathe that stuff in just like y'all can, right? So we've got breathing air in that bottle so that when we go in there, we can do what we need to do, whether it's put out a house fire, save people, save dogs, save cats, whatever we need to do. Alright, he's fixing to put on his mask now. I want y'all to watch him put on his mask now. It looks kind of scary when he puts his mask on, but it's still firefighter steel, right? It's not scary at all. He's putting on his hood now. That's those hoods are very, very important. Okay, that protects our ears and our neck. Okay, because our jackets and stuff don't come all the way up and cover our neck. So we've got those hoods that goes on to protect our neck and our ears, stuff like that, back of our head. Alright, y'all hear him breathing? Kind of loud, ain't it? And if he's coming into a house fire when y'all are in there, it could be kind of scary if you don't know what it is, right? That's why I want y'all to hear what it sounds like.
Y'all can able to hear. With this gear, we actually have a speaker, so you can actually hear me as if I'm talking right here at you. Normally, without this gear, you wouldn't be able to hear us as well. We'd have to be a lot louder than you.
Alright. So everybody sees what firefighter steel looks like, right? We're not going to be scared of him, right? Alright, everybody give firefighter steel a round of applause. Alright, we got a special guest for y'all today. Does anybody know Dusty? Have y'all met Dusty the Dragon before? Oh, he's coming back to see y'all. Oh, Dusty, are you okay?
Yeah, just got a little cold. Wow, look at all these people.
And they came to see you, Dusty. What do you think about that?
I say,
Oh, here, let me help you out with that.
Thank you.
Please, Dusty, introduce yourself.
I am Dusty, the spectacular smoke smeller, reporting for duty.
Wow, so you're a smoke
My
smeller?
father was a smoke smeller. My father's father was a smoke smeller. My father's father's father was a smoke smeller. And I am a smoke smeller. Let's face it, my whole family smells.
Well, tell us exactly what a smoke smeller does.
A smoke smeller is constantly on the lookout for signs of a fire by smelling for smoke. And I'll have you know that dragons have the best smoke-smelling smellers in the world. If there's smoke within 10 miles, I can smell it. If there's a fire in the castle where I live, it's my job to sound the alarm so everybody has time to escape. Here, I'll give you a little demonstration. I will now smell for smoke with my smoke smeller snout. Nothing there. Nothing over there. Nothing there either.
So you're like a smoke alarm.
I am the smoke alarm.
I mean, you're like a smoke alarm that people have in their house.
That's a smoke alarm? Get out of here.
Yeah, they're battery powered and smells of smoke all the time.
All the time? Well, I bet it can't make a loud noise and warn everyone to get outside the fresh air like I can.
Oh yeah, it does.
Wait a minute. Wait just a dragon sniffing minute here. Are you trying to replace me with some newfangled battery-powered noise maker? Say it isn't so.
Oh, Dusty, don't feel bad. You're much smarter than a smoke detector.
Oh, really?
Yeah, see, a smoke detector can only do one thing. It makes a loud noise when it smells smoke, like this.
Wow, that was good. Really good. So does everyone have those things in their house?
I sure hope so, Dusty. Why don't you tell everyone what you do if you're asleep in bed and you hear this?
Here, a beep. It wakes you from your sleep and warns you of emergency. What? To leap! There's smoke up there. It's crowding out the air. Your heart begins to beat real fast. You panic as you breathe your last.
Whoa, hey buddy, stop. It's okay. Don't panic.
Oh, yeah. I kind of got carried away. That's the one thing you don't want to do is panic. Actually, there's just a couple things you need to do when a fire happens.
Oh yeah, what's that?
Well, when you hear the beep and you smell the smoke, get down on your hands and knees like a dog and start crawling.
Like a dog? Wow.
Because there's less hot smoke close to the ground. Smoke from a fire can make you choke.
Are you okay?
Oh, yeah. Thanks.
Good. Alright, so you drop to the floor and then you crawl to safety, right?
That's right. You have to crawl out of the house as fast as you can and stay out. You gotta have fresh air or you could be in big trouble. I know because I'm a spectacular smoke smeller.
Alright, so let's review the steps here. The first thing that you do is
It's like this. You gotta get down low. You gotta crawl out of there. You gotta stay outside. You gotta meet somewhere.
alright, let's stop for a minute. Could you tell us why a meeting place is so important?
Well, a fire can make everything confusing. So you need to decide on a meeting place where everybody in the house can go to. It might be a mailbox, or a tree, or a neighbor's house. Just as long as everybody knows where it is. That's where you wait for the firefighters to arrive.
Right, because they're trained and prepared to fight house fires.
The firefighters wear helmets, boots, coats, and masks for their protection against the smoke and flames. So be smart. Get everybody out of a burning house and let the firefighters put out the fire. Never go back into a burning house. You could get hurt real bad.
You know, that's very good advice, Dusty. You know, just the other
You gotta
day.
get down low. You gotta crawl out of there. You gotta stay outside. You gotta meet somewhere. Now everybody repeat after me.
Alright, everybody repeat, okay?
You gotta get down low.
You gotta get down low.
You gotta crawl out of there.
You gotta crawl out there.
You gotta stay outside.
You gotta stay outside.
You gotta meet somewhere.
You gotta meet somewhere.
You gotta.
Oh, here, let me help you out, buddy.
Thank you. That was a close one.
Are you okay now?
Oh yeah. Thanks. Oh no. Huh?
That was close.
There. Wow. Thanks.
Okay, good. Oh, bless you,
Better go lay down and get some rest for this day.
That's a great idea, Dusty.
Yeah, because I am a spectacular smoke smeller.
I hope y'all learned something today. Learned something about what you're supposed to do in a house fire. Alright, learn something about maybe if a parent or relative gets sick, you know how to call 911, right? Make sure you know your address, okay? Alright, we got a lot of kids, alright? I'm glad everybody's here. We got a lot of kids, so we're gonna try to go out in a single file line and look at the fire trucks, okay? And if you have any questions, you can find one of us out there by the trucks. Ask questions, take pictures, anything like that, okay? Alright, so get with your parents or whoever that you came with, and we're gonna go look at the trucks, okay?